Unheard of.
What is up, everybody? Here we are yet again, keeping our streak alive with no breaks here, doing what we do best. So, you got your two favorite hosts back on the show. It's me, Jerod, and your favorite boy right on the other side of the screen, ABG. How has your week been, man?
Pretty good. No lie. I went to Pittsburgh this week, and I was only there for 3 days, so I didn't get to see much or do much, but I was working the whole time. Excuse me, but it was good. It was good. I'm finally working at a job where I don't absolutely hate going in every day. So I count that as a win. What about you, Jay?
My week's been busy. I've had a long week. I've told Tiff on at least 3 occasions, "Hey, I'm gonna be home early today," and then it never happened each of those days, just because I just get so busy with work, and it's
I
like
mean,
stuff. It's like stuff I can't walk away from because it's part of my job. So I gotta
yeah,
stay there and
you
do
work
it.
at
So,
you work at a data center, right? So
yeah. So
I know how those get.
yeah, there's a bunch of priorities that come
Do
up
we
from
say
time
that?
to
Do we
time.
say that on the show? I'm sorry. I
Well,
guess everybody knows we work.
it's basically out in the open. It's not like it's a secret that I have to keep.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Everybody knows. So I get
yeah.
that. It's a job. You know, you have to
Uh,
do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's still really good, but it's just been a busy week. And then we're probably going to be celebrating Trace's birthday over the weekend because we were all sick last weekend when we wanted to go to the aquarium and everything after he turned 2.
Aquarium. Nice. I haven't been to an aquarium since probably junior year of high school.
Uh, we went we went last year once to the one in Denver. It's pretty good. It's not like Chattanooga. I still think Chattanooga's is probably the best aquarium that I've been to. I really like Ripley's Believe It or Not aquariums too. But
Bro, the Ripley's one in Tennessee, the one in
yeah,
Gatlinburg, it's nice. It's a nice aquarium. You know what
yeah,
I mean? I mean,
there's a nice one in Myrtle Beach too. I really like that one.
I mean,
Um,
for people keeping animals against their will inside of a cage or an
oh,
aquarium,
what are you
it's
gonna do?
fun. It's
Yeah,
fun.
dude, at the Denver aquarium they actually have tigers. It's like a aquarium slash mini zoo.
Okay. Okay.
It's different. So but yeah, it should be a fun weekend. Thankfully there's no Georgia football to disappoint us this weekend, so besides the Falcons. But hey, overall week's been okay.
Nice. Nice. Um, yeah. I mean, speaking of Georgia sports, I guess we can just jump right into our first topic, everybody. We had our intro, so also everybody, you're dealing with a little bit of a bevved up Arthur this week. I've been sipping this week, so bear with us. Um, yes, this week we had Atlanta Hawks basketball, and they played Brooklyn. Just tonight, and of course, not of course. They win some games, but they lost tonight,
Hmm.
and I don't know, man. I definitely feel like this Hawks team can make it to the playoffs, just like they did last year. But I don't know if we see a strong title contender out of this Atlanta Hawks team. And I'm gonna get your thoughts on that too.
Well, I think we basically have to see how we look in the second half of the season.
Yeah,
Like last season after the All-Star break when everybody got great was rested up, then we went on the huge streak when Nate McMillan took over. And I basically think we're probably going to be a second half season again where we kind of go on a little bit of a tear. It's just honestly, I think we could still take the East. It's just I think Brooklyn and Milwaukee are the only teams that kind of stand in the way. And even Milwaukee, they're kind of inconsistent so far this season too. So unless they go on
yeah,
bit of a bit of a tear themselves, I still like our chances in the East, but we're still like a growing squad. I don't think the expectations this year, at least for most fans, is to win a championship for the Atlanta Hawks. If anything, we need to at least make it back into the playoffs again, have some growth. Because KD is also having another MVP year while Kyrie sits out. So Brooklyn is heated up there.
yeah. I mean, I feel like for the most part, with their double teams tonight, from what I saw, their double teams and just their kind of quickness to attack the ball. So they kind of, I mean, I know KD had, I think, like 30 points,
Mm.
30 or 40 points tonight. Um, I mean, they look better this week or this game tonight, um, defensive wise. They seem hungry. They seem like they wanted to attack the ball, but a lot of that also transferred into fouls.
Yeah.
Which, I feel like has definitely hurt the Hawks this year. Yeah, I mean, they just they just kind of they need to find that balance between attacking and fouling because in the first, I think, 3 or 4 minutes of the third quarter, they'd already had 4 fouls.
Yeah, and I think you got to remember with the Hawks this season too, like Cam Reddish is basically back in the lineup. So we've kind of got a new lineup for the team to get used to. Um, and they're still pretty young. So I think fouls are expectant when you have a young team like ours. I don't know. I think last year was an overachievement for us getting to the conference finals. Not saying that I don't think we have the talent to do it again because the East is still pretty wide open. I think we could do it again. I just don't know if our team is good enough to get us past like a Golden State Warriors this season, like because I don't know. I feel like we're just missing something. I don't know. Maybe it's like another big star, or maybe it's something with the rotation, just for us to be able to compete with like a championship contender.
Yeah, I feel like the piece that we're needing is probably someone just a stronger bench player.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, the starters, I really don't have a problem with them, but it's when we get into midway in the third, the start of the fourth, where we have those bench players playing because I think at one point in the third we had an 11-point lead. I know we
Oh
had a
yeah.
3-point lead going into the half, but we had 11-point lead inside of the third, and somehow we just with fouls and everything we just kind of it's
Yeah.
gone
Yeah.
somehow. So I think we need someone stronger in the bench to keep those possessions alive, keep those points, on our side.
Yeah, I'm just glad that we look better than the Lakers, even though we might have about the same record.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like the Lakers are a disaster, and I'm loving it this season just because of LeBron saying, going at the critics, oh yeah, we're too old, all right, y'all gonna see. And then it turns out that they are in fact too old.
And with the talent, I mean, of course, the previous talent that they have shown from individual players from that team coming together, I thought that the Lakers are going to be scary, like scary this season.
I
But
did. Russell Westbrook, that was not a good addition to that team. I
yeah,
love Russ. I love watching Russell Westbrook play. But when it comes to like postseason basketball, the man is like extremely selfish. And I used to hate watching Dennis Schroeder in Atlanta play because uh like when I would watch Dennis Schroeder play for the Atlanta Hawks when he was a member of our team, it would be in the fourth quarter. You've got like 2 minutes left to win a ball game, and Schroeder drives up. He's trying to go right in the paint, not knowing how small and skinny he is, right? And instead of like passing the ball to the open man, he's always like getting his shots blocked or getting the ball taken away from him. And that's kind of Russ in a bad way because he's not really looking for the open man in the
yeah.
playoffs. Like he's always been a consistent player. He's really aggressive, that's what I'm saying. I love to see that in person. But man, he's like, look at his record since KD left him, bro. I don't think he's won a single playoff series.
I mean, probably not.
I don't
But
think he's gotten past the first round since KD left him. And even like look at Washington Wizards this year without him. They somehow got like miraculously better.
I mean, is it miraculously better? But I mean, they have a lot of pieces that made the Lakers successful in their
Well,
championship season
makes you think
on
why the
that
Lakers
team.
traded them away for Russell Westbrook.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
So I don't know, man. But yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Just keeping it like on Atlanta. I still like the Hawks' chances. The East is always wide open, and I feel like we're
Yeah,
gonna go on a run after the All Star break.
I hope so. Because I mean, for the past, I mean, we've talked about this before, but the past like maybe 2 or 3 seasons, the Hawks they've traditionally gone on that tear that you're talking about after the All Star break. So, I mean, with the way they're performing right now, if they can get hot, especially after the All Star break, then yeah, I mean, I definitely see them being pretty high placed, as it were. What was it, like fourth place, top of fourth, going
Yeah,
into the playoffs last season? So, I mean, I definitely see them being either that or higher this season. But for that translating into the playoffs and making it out of the East and then facing the best of the West in the finals game, I mean, I don't know.
the West is pretty good. They're not as good as they used to be, but Phoenix and Golden State are really good this year.
Oh yeah, and they went to a West Coast kind of stretch already this season. I think they played 8 games on the West,
Yeah,
and
we
I think
played
they only
Phoenix during that
won.
stretch.
Yeah, I think they only won like one game in the whole stretch. I mean, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure they only won one game out of that stretch. And I mean, I don't know.
Hey, we'll see. I mean, look at our record before the All Star break last year. I think we'll be okay. Trey is finally getting like back into his rhythm. Um, I think that James Harden rule really affected him at the beginning of this season, man.
Yeah, maybe at the beginning, but he's definitely coming to. I feel like he's coming more and more into his own,
Yeah,
uh, especially this season. And I don't know too much if that kind of shone as bright as it usually does during this game tonight. Because I mean, I feel like they gave him wide open lane in the paint tonight, and he still managed to miss some floaters.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's nerves. I would think you're still facing like huge stars in KD and James Harden. So
oh yeah,
I don't
I
know,
mean he's
man.
got a picture of little Trey Young before the fame, in
Yeah.
high school with KD. You know what I'm saying? So I mean these are definitely big stars, big names that he's going up against now in the league. And there was a moment at the end of the game, towards the end, maybe I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 minutes left in the fourth, where KD decides to pick him up, and a foul happened. I'm not sure who fouled Trey, but somebody bumped into him. KD kind of flapped his arms over at Trey, and then Trey pushed him off of him, and they got a double tech. They
Yeah.
got in each other's face and stuff. And so, I mean, I feel like he has came into his own, and he is definitely a legitimate star at this point. Somebody who can, stare down KD and tell him that I'm the I should be taken seriously around here too.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's definitely come a long way,
Well,
since he's started in the league.
he finally got that respect during the playoffs last year because
Oh yeah.
now I hear more about Trey Young on ESPN than I do Luca, which finally, thank God, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Everybody kept talking to Luca, the second coming of Jesus on ESPN, and finally he was shown, they still can't make it past like the second round in the playoffs, and the Hawks go on a tear and Trey tears it up, and they're like, hey, did Atlanta actually get the better player?
I think we did. But yeah, I mean, only time will tell. Only time will tell. But I definitely feel like this Atlanta Hawks team definitely should be taken seriously. I mean, even with the loss tonight, they kind of proved that, yeah, I mean, they can handle their own, especially with the best of the East, at least right now. The Nets have the best record in the East right now. So yeah, I mean, they held their own.
Yeah, most definitely, dude. And then guys, we say we're going to talk about the other Atlanta sports, but everybody knows that the Falcons are pretty much trash this season. I don't know how much more we can dive into that. Like, they're trash. It is what it is.
But I mean, we're facing a decent Carolina team this week. So
yeah, we'll probably lose. So that's what I mean by we're garbage.
all right. I mean, you think we lose? How much do we lose by?
I actually say the Falcons win by 3 points, and it's only because Cam Newton, his record with the Panthers, he has not won a single start in 10 games with them. So he's been pretty awful with the Panthers when he starts. I think, I mean, they couldn't even beat Washington last week. So I think maybe we get by because it's a division game. We beat them by 3 points, like 24-21. It's kind of low scoring. Maybe 14-17.
Okay. I mean, I say maybe by 6. I'm saying maybe 24 to like 24 minus 6, 18.
Oh, that's a weird football score.
That is a weird football score.
You might as well call it 7, 24-17.
24-17. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. The Falcons, if we lose, it's not like I'm going to be surprised. I mean, we suck. So, but we also did beat an OK Saints team. So at the time they were an OK Saints team when we beat them. So
I mean, was had they already lost? Now his name is escaping my brain.
what position
Quarterback.
for the Saints?
Yes.
Yeah, Jameis is done for the season.
Bear with us. Jameis didn't play that game.
No,
No, he didn't play that game. They
I think it was Simeon.
yeah, they played without maybe what is the greatest NFL quarterback of all time, Jameis Winston.
Well,
They didn't have him. So I mean, I'll give the Falcons that.
He's a 30 for 30 quarterback. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions all in one season.
That's history. That's history in and of itself. He doesn't have to win the MVP. He doesn't have to win a Super Bowl. He is an elite quarterback off them stats alone.
He was playing okay this year before he got hurt. So
Oh yeah. He was playing well.
He got LASIK. He was done eating all the crab legs, with his fingers. So he was doing really good. But
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, we already know that it's the Bucs division this year. Nobody else stands a chance. So Falcons gonna do what the Falcons do.
If there's gonna be a second team in this division, I definitely want it to be the Falcons.
I mean, technically, believe it or not, we were like the last seed in the playoffs about a week or two ago.
Yeah.
But then, Atlanta. So stuff happens. Like right now, we're third in the division. So it's a tough time. But I think we barely get by with this game. And
we're in the division. We're right back in the conversation, which is insane to me.
I mean, I guess, man, that's all I gotta say about the Falcons because everybody keeps talking about my opinions, and not that I care that they talk about them. I still have the same opinions. It's just I'm tired of saying them. So,
I mean, fair enough.
But the Falcons are an abomination, and something else that's an abomination is when you fake your own hate crime. And so we're gonna.
What a transition. Yes, sir. Okay, I love it.
So, as you all know, this week, Jussie Smollett, Jussie Smollett, as he's famously known, was convicted of 5 counts of like a federal orderly misconduct because it was proven to a jury of his peers that he did in fact stage his own hate crime. And the story basically goes, his character on Empire was getting less and less screen time. And so he thought he was about to be written out of the show. And he's like, hey, I know just a thing to get me a bunch of publicity. They can't write me off the show if this happens. Everybody knows the story. He said it was white dudes in MAGA hats. Turns out to be 2 big dudes from a different country. I don't want to get the country wrong, but I think it's like Nigeria or something.
Yes, these are definitely not okay. Even if we get the country wrong, these are definitely not racist white people.
No, they're black.
Yes. These are not.
He said they were white. He said they were white people with MAGA hats.
These are not racist white people with MAGA hats coming at him. At what time did he say? Like 2 or 3 in the morning? When he's trying to go to Subway? Come on, bro. Come on.
You
No,
know what I think the kicker is?
these are not the droids he's looking for, basically.
I think the kicker is he's not even that famous. Like if he was an actor of a higher name, he probably could have pulled this off. But since his name, like I didn't even know his name before this hate crime. And you're just telling me that somebody staged this crime because he was black and gay, like out of nowhere?
That's true. Like, okay. And I mean, Dave Chappelle has this whole uh, uh, comedy bit about this, but like he definitely expected with his small, tiny amount of fame for two racist white men to recognize him from what
Empire.
is the show called? Empire. I don't even know what the show is called. They expected him. They expected for them to recognize him from Empire and know that he is gay, to then enact their MAGA hate crimes on him
In Chicago. Chicago.
And it was like about this time last year, right? It was like the winter.
Yeah.
Was it 2 years ago? It was cold.
Well, Trump was still president, and it might have been over a year because I'm not sure if it was the election year. Maybe it was, but.
Well, he expected these guys to bypass the cold and let that override their hatred for this black gay man. Nobody was buying it, bro. Nobody was buying it. Especially not the police. And I hate to laugh at this. It's laughable.
I mean, he got what's coming, like, because people know that there are certain individuals out there that are just so hardcore set in their beliefs that, yes, we know some people, say, on this side of the country might have these crazy beliefs that nobody likes. But there's also people on the other side that people think are crazy. His problem was that he basically went after an entire group of people and faked the worst crime in history, because what I really hate is that he staged it like that, going after a certain group of people. And honestly, I could care less about like the MAGA lovers, but I'm just saying that when you do that and it turns out that you lied about it, then you're just helping those people out.
Yeah, you have to be okay. Disclaimer, I don't want to make it seem like hate crimes don't happen, because they do.
Well,
they do still happen. That is a definite thing that still happens in this country. No matter, hate crimes, black people, trans people, it happens. But you just can't make up something like that and have it be not so unbelievable that you're convicted of a crime for it, bro. Like,
he's more famous for faking his own hate crime than he is for anything he ever acted in.
That is sad, bro. That is so sad.
Yeah, it's terrible for him. I don't feel sorry for him at all. But because, like you said, real hate crimes happen. And then when you make up some BS like this, then it starts to, does it start to make police wonder when you have like another black gay person who reports a hate crime? Okay, well, this guy faked his own hate crime. Does it put in a bad precedent for these other people who are actually really experiencing these things?
I want to say no, because the way this happens, stuff like this, people don't. This is so real, so prevalent that people don't just make up stories like this.
Yeah.
That's what is so bad from from this perspective, is that you went so far as to try to fake this happening when it's actually happening, you know what I'm saying, in real time in the United States of America. And that's really what makes it so laughable, is that, like, bro, like, come on now. Just become an advocate, if anything. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go to the extreme that this happened to me and it didn't.
Yeah. And
I mean, you're a celebrity, give or take. So, like, become an advocate.
dude, this guy, what killed me is watching Chappelle's stand up on that bit. And he's like, he says in Chicago. And he like, gives the audience a pause because if anybody knows statistics about Chicago, there's not really many white people there. And so the fact that there'd be like this group of
Is there not
MAGA
a lot of
lovers,
white people in Chicago?
it's not majority white.
It's not. I
I
mean,
do not believe
I
so.
don't know. I
I'm
don't know.
Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure uh black people and like Latino people make up most of the population there.
Okay.
Don't quote me, but that's basically what he was alluding to also, that not many white people live in Chicago. So the fact that there was like MAGA lovers out there was like really out of the ordinary in the middle of the city.
Well, it's and also just like the time of day that he said it happened, and what he was. Come on, bro. Subway at 3 a.m. and you got a noose tied around you in your apartment.
Man, if there was
No,
any
no.
if there was any time to be a good actor, that could have been his moment. But no, he blew it. And I think if you watched him on the stand, like he was so yeah, obviously we know that people running the country, politicians, there's some lawyers and judges out there that don't know what technology is at all. And the
Yeah.
prosecutor against him was trying to do things like talk about Instagram posts. And he was just like snarky with him. He was like, "You don't know how Instagram works." And he wasn't like respectful at all. He's like, "This crime happened to me." But then they never proceeded to actually try and prove that he was a real victim of said crime. His whole case was like, "Yeah, no, this was a real crime that happened to me." And then they just disproved it entirely. Uh so I don't know. Yeah, obviously real things happen. And I think hopefully things are starting to be taken more seriously. It's just his case is so out there and it's so dumb and stupid that it's weird to talk about. He's probably not going to get any prison time. Uh, Clean record. Obviously, he's a celebrity, and the max for those sentences is only like 3 years. So, given the current judicial system with COVID, he'll probably just get maybe a year and a half of probation and community service or something.
Yeah. I hope he takes this as a learning experience. And if anyone would ever want to hire him again, tell him to get some acting coaches. Tell him to make that shit believable, because he fumbled. He fumbled on this one. He didn't even fumble the bag. He fumbled on this one. It was just a pure fumble. It was
He
just a bad misstep on trying to capitalize on
fumbled his life.
the actual trauma that people go through every day, you know.
Yeah.
So that's
All
my
right,
piece.
folks. Turns out I was wrong. Uh, White people do make up 50% of the population in Chicago.
Thank you. I mean, I didn't know. I didn't
I
know
was
for
wrong.
sure.
Uh, Black people make up about 30%. So Hispanics do make up about 30% themselves. So yeah, but I was wrong. It's more diverse than most cities though. That's actually a pretty neat statistic.
Well, good.
Um, yeah, folks, we wanted to get into that just because don't lie about crimes, especially hate crimes. Those are serious matters, and then you just make a fool out of yourself and do dumb stuff like that. You'll end up like a Juicy, who might never have an acting career again.
And like the funny thing is, like, if you want to make up a crime about,
You could have at least
especially
hired
that,
white people.
especially that specific group of people, just sit back and wait. Because if you would have waited, you got the Capitol riot. That happened like maybe a few months after that,
Uh,
or something like that.
I
I
don't
mean, I
know.
know it happened after that.
We know what happened this year.
Yeah, yeah. Like, just sit back and wait. Racist people, stuff like that. It's gonna show itself.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of times, characteristically in the United States, it always doesn't work out.
Oh,
But
this actually happened in early 2019,
what? What?
February.
What are you talking about?
His,
His
when
case?
when he was
Okay.
attacked by white people in
Yeah,
MAGA hats.
I didn't know if it was this year, last year. It's all been
It's been a big
COVID has
blur.
really messed up. Yeah,
It,
it has really messed up the past 3 years.
it's crazy to
But
think that 2021 is almost over already.
yeah, we only got a few weeks, maybe a couple at this point.
Yeah.
We're recording this. We started at 12 a.m. on December 11th, and now it is 1. But yeah, we got 3 weeks,
Mm,
2 weeks, 3 weeks and 6 days. There we go. 3 weeks, 6 days until the start of 2022. So it really kind of puts it into perspective of how much COVID has really messed up these past few years.
yeah. True. I'm at this point I'm just like floating along an endless river, waiting for mandates and everything to be over.
Yeah,
Okay. Just tell me
and
when I can stop floating.
and now with my recent job change back to the old job, but now I'm flying a lot more. I gotta commend people because I have not seen a lot of people without a mask or with a mask just like hanging down below their nose on their top lip at the airports. So,
Yep.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like we've come a nice way. Or maybe we just have seen too many of those videos of people getting removed off planes because they don't want to wear a mask.
Maybe. I was flying during the entire pandemic. Like even a few months after everything hit, I was on a flight and nobody ever seemed to have a problem. I've never even seen anybody get kicked off of a flight, like in
Yeah,
general.
I mean, I never have either. Um, but I mean, the mask really doesn't do much to me. I mean, there may be some points where I'm just like, please can take the mask down for just a second. But other than that, like I can sit back. The only thing I do on planes is sit back and read a book anyways until I fall asleep.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've never had a problem with just sitting there and reading. And then, like I said, maybe 20, 30 minutes into the flight, I'm already knocked out. I have a good time on planes, and the good time I have on planes is falling asleep. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I haven't had a problem really. If anything, I feel like maybe the mask helped me sleep better on planes. But yeah, I mean, I haven't had a problem out of myself or anybody
Yeah,
with masks on the planes.
man. And folks, as we die down, I want to get into something. ABG and I are only 26. However,
We young, old.
yeah, sometimes I feel like my brain is getting old. And case in point, over Thanksgiving, uh, everybody usually puts up their Christmas decorations like right after Thanksgiving. Typically day after or even the night of, I guess. You're putting up like the Christmas tree. You're putting up some stuff around the house. Well, yeah, it was the day after Thanksgiving, and I was like, all right, let's put up the Christmas tree. Let's start to hang up everything around the house. I searched my entire house, and I could not find my Christmas tree. I was like, I know for a fact I put this thing back in its box, and I put it in the basement. But I went to the basement. I searched like maybe 3 times, and then I'm like, okay, well, if it's not in the basement, maybe by happenstance, I probably put it in the garage. But I go to the garage, nothing. And Tiff starts searching too. And after like an hour or two of searching for this dang Christmas tree, Tiff remembered. She's like, "Oh wait, didn't you take a picture of it in like January when we put it down because we wanted to buy a new one, so we threw it away?" I was like, "Oh my god." So yeah, I looked at my phone and I bought I took a picture of the one that we've had for like the past 3 years just in case we needed to go get the same one because when you have cats and children, the branches and everything start to hang down really easily and it looks like crap after a few years. But yeah, man, we literally searched the house for like 2 hours and I was certain that I kept that Christmas tree last year. Turns out we did throw it away and it about a week later we had to go get another Christmas tree.
Well, have you guys secured a new Christmas tree?
Yeah, it's up. Lights are on and everything, but either way, I was just like, is my mind starting to fail me? Like because I know we have boxes of decorations for all the holiday seasons, like Halloween, Easter, Valentine's, and Christmas. Christmas is the big one. We've got the most boxes because we do stuff outside with lawn decorations and everything else. Um, and that's like one of my only jobs in this household is to memorize where everything is in storage. And I'm down here searching the basement and I'm just like, oh my God, I know I freaking put this tree down here. But
Well,
that mind is I don't know if it's starting to fail me, but I think it failed me.
I mean, maybe, but then again, it's been like a whole 300 days plus since you planned on getting a new Christmas tree. So I don't know if we can really blame you or your aging slipping mind on that. So
I don't know, man. I
I'm the
feel like
type,
I should have remembered.
I don't really, I don't do the Christmas decorations. And maybe it's because I don't have kids or anything like that, but like Christmas trees, all that stuff. Like, I don't know. I kind of stopped caring around like when I turned 18 or something like that, maybe. Um, so we don't have a tree up right now. We might maybe in the next couple of weeks or so. We're kind of like
Christmas
we
will
might be
have
seeing
already
that Christmas.
passed in the next couple of weeks.
couple weeks? No, maybe 2 weeks. Christmas is on Saturday.
Yeah.
So yeah, then maybe like on the 21st, 22nd, maybe I'll put a Christmas tree up. I don't know. I'm just
Well,
Christmas trees, you know. I try to get pretty decent enough gifts for people during Christmas, but whenever people ask me what I want for Christmas, I'm always like, eh, hmm,
I do the
nothing.
same. People don't have to get me nothing. And then
Yeah,
family is like begging me, "Hey, what do you want?" I don't know. I'm a grown man. I can virtually I have everything that I absolutely need.
yeah, I just buy
So
shit for myself. So like,
I know
give me some
it's
socks, give me some underwear. I don't know.
I'll say this because I know Nanny listens to this podcast sometimes. So Nanny, I'm putting this out there, okay? You asked me again over this past week what to get me for Christmas. And I've already told you. It's in a family chat. I sent you two links. My master's degree still has no frame because you've been saying ever since I got that master's, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to get you a frame for it, okay? Don't buy it. Don't buy it.
Nanny, give
Don't
him
buy
a
the $40
frame.
frame.
Give
And I
him a
said,
frame for this degree.
she doesn't have to worry about it. At this point, like when she asked me what I wanted for Christmas, I didn't even say nothing because I'm like, it's in the family chat. I sent you two links to diploma frame sizes that would fit it. And at this
Nanny, what are you
point,
doing?
I might send her a link to another game or something because I'm just going to see how long it takes for her to actually buy a master's degree frame. I'm honestly, I don't even like show it off or nothing. I don't show off any of my degrees. Like two of them are still sitting in boxes. I don't really care. But it's the
Yeah, man,
fact
go
that,
get him. Let's see him right now.
yeah, well, it's the fact that she said she was going to do it like so long ago. And I'm
Yeah,
just waiting. Like I've sent her the frame sizes at least 5 times ever since she asked me about it.
Nanny, what are you doing? Your grandson needs a frame for his master's degree, and he's asked you for it. What
No, no,
seems
no.
well, he said 5 times.
I didn't
He's
ask her.
mentioned it.
She
Yeah, I
initially
mean you said
offered.
you've mentioned it. Yeah, she offered, and you've told her now. Well, you said 5 times. Yeah, I mean, Nanny, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Get this man a frame. That's all he wants. That's all he wants for Christmas. Some people only want their two front teeth. This man only wants a frame for his master's degree. So
I did ask my mom to get me a new beard trimming set because I want to get better at maintaining my beard, and I don't really have anything for it right now. So
I don't even attempt to maintain my beard. Ever since my beard has started to grow in on my chin and grow in from the mustache down, like I don't even try to maintain my beard myself. Like let the barber figure that out.
bro, I don't even have that. My Tiff said, you're playing a trick on people because your mustache curls. And she's like, you're
Yeah.
actually a baby under here because you don't have any hair growing down to like your goatee. I
I
said, yeah,
mean,
but since it
for
curls, I can twirl it, and then all of a sudden I've got a goatee or I can
for our
curl it up.
listeners,
And now
Jared just
I'm
showed his
Mario.
Jared just showed his naked face underneath his mustache. So just wanted to
Yeah.
give a nice description of what was going on.
But it's
I
because it
mean,
like curls down. So
I've got, I mean, I don't have much, but it's hair that's underneath all the thick mustache hair.
I mean, I feel like I don't need
We
it to grow
still
down
are
at this point
connected.
because I don't know what I've got. It must be some Amish heritage or something because my beard is like super tall on my face. Like it grows upwards anyways, and then I just have this huge red beard growing down. And I feel like in another life I was an Amish farmer or something.
Maybe. I don't know. I just know a lot. Beards don't really run too well in my family, I mean, maybe both my granddads were pretty good at growing beards. Actually, um, one kept his shaved down, and then my dad's dad, he grew it out. He grew it out a lot, and then he kept it close down or whatever. So I feel like I have pretty good genes for beards, but I just feel like my stuff's kind of naked here at the chin. It's not as high as I want it to get.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, a solid beard. A solid beard.
Honestly, listeners, viewers, if it wasn't for COVID, I probably would have had like this huge mountain beard by now because I was growing it out. Actually, pretty sure I have my license here too, my Colorado driver's license.
Have we seen this already?
I don't know if you
Maybe.
guys have seen it, and I don't know if it's okay. Yeah. So my beard is like extremely long in this picture. And then shortly
Maybe
after,
is it extremely long, or is it like the exact same length as your beard is right now?
nah, it's longer.
It's
It's
longer.
I think it's longer, but and I'm probably about to trim this down too because basically what happened was around the time I took that license picture for the state, they started to get really serious about wearing masks, and man, I can't breathe. Like when you start to pile up all this hair in my face, I feel like I can't breathe with a mask. So
Yeah.
once it gets to about this length, I've been kind of trimming it down every so often.
As soon as COVID, and I say that loosely, as soon as we don't have to worry about COVID anymore, wearing masks, and all this stuff, we got to have an unheard of beard grow off
Yeah, we'll shave
just to
it
see.
entirely off 1 week and see
Yeah,
who grows it the quickest and who grows it the longest.
yes, for sure. Because I mean, I feel like my stuff don't really grow that fast, but I also feel like I have the potential to grow just a huge
My
beard.
my only problem with the idea is at this point, I don't think Trace has ever seen me without a beard. And so I'm afraid if I shave it all off, he's not going to recognize who his own father is.
I mean, you definitely have to get one of those videos because I mean, I feel like there's been videos forever of guys who have like never really shaved their beard completely off, and they have this little kid and they're like shaved it all off, and I'm like, it's me, your daddy, and then their kid starts looking at them weird or crying or some stuff like that. So definitely need a video like that.
I think I shaved it all off once when he was like 4 or 5 months old, but he doesn't, there's
He
no
doesn't
reaction.
remember that.
Yeah. So, but if I shaved it off now, he would definitely not know who I am.
He wouldn't know who you were, but funny enough, Trace looks exactly like you. But
No.
then I feel like Jaden, no. The funny thing is, looking at your kids, Jaden also looks exactly like you, but in a different way.
No, you're
Does
wrong,
that make
dude.
sense?
So, I mean, I get it because Jaden has red hair, and when I used to have hair, it was brown on top. Um, but like Jaden, we basically call Jaden my twin and Trace Tiff's twin. Trace has like the blonde curly hair like Tiff. He's got brown eyes. I've got blue eyes. And virtually, if you look at any baby picture of Tiff, he's basically the carbon copy of her. Like he's like straight up her twin. Like you can see some of Tiff and Jaden, but he's mostly my twin. But Trace is like straight up. I call him Tiff 2.0 because that's who he looks like.
Well, I haven't seen any pictures of Tiff from when she was a baby, so
Now
maybe
there's
not. Maybe I'm
pictures.
tripping.
There's pictures of when Jaden got lice one time, um, and I wasn't growing the beard out at the time, so we ended up shaving his head because he had way too many, and he was throwing like the little tantrums, when you would try to treat his hair. So we're like, screw it, let's just shave it off. Like hair, it's gonna grow back. So um he shaved his hair off and I shaved mine off, and we were both bald and we were like twins for like 3 months.
That's funny. Do you have any pictures of those? I mean, of that time?
You know I do, guys. You know I do. I'm gonna pull it up really
We
quick.
gotta put these. We gotta put these up for the YouTube guys too, because I mean, I'm showing it. Just here's one thing, but
Oh, you guys, I'm about to
putting a
pull it up
little picture
right
of it
now.
below the unheard of spot right there.
So here's an actual. Hold on, I got one of us together. Believe it or not. Or maybe I don't. Here we go.
You found it?
Yeah, here's one of Jaden like and me like 2 weeks after we shaved our heads.
See, that's cute. That's very cute. You
Yeah,
guys
so
do look exactly alike. Um, I don't know, man. I really do feel like Trace just looks like you, but like his like nose be red sometimes. That's just when I've
uh
seen him.
maybe that's just what other people see,
Um,
dude. Because when I see Trace, obviously I love him. Like he's my crazy son.
he's your
Like
kid. I hope you love him.
yeah, but I'm just
But
saying that I see none of my physical attributes in him at all. Like we have the
no,
same we have
the
the same blood type, you know?
yeah, but
Like
no, I definitely feel like the cheeks, like little chubby cheeks, and like the facial structure. That I mean, that's you, man.
nah, man. Like Jaden
But
Jaden
like
got
I said,
the
I've never seen a picture of Tiff as a child. So
Trace got the nice round head like Tiff. Jaden got the big oval head like the rest of us Evans kids have.
I'm not talking about the full head. I'm like I said, I'm the facial structure, the way your
Like
face is built up.
you know how you and the
You guys,
guys started knocking me when I started losing my hair, and you're like, "Dang, Jerod, your forehead almost looks like Peyton Manning." Like that's that's what Jaden is going to be blessed with when he gets older. Like unless he doesn't
oh
lose his
yeah,
hair, then he's going to be fine.
hopefully not. Your dad,
It's
no,
bald. Yeah.
your dad is bald. Your Tiff's dad isn't bald.
No, he's not.
So
Yeah.
people
Uh,
always say it's your maternal grandfather that you get the whole hair thing from.
well,
So
I I got terrible luck on that end because Pappy is also bald. So uh it's just genetics. Like I said, I don't care. I don't mind being bald. I like it.
neither one of my granddads were bald, but I also like got the kind of like receding hairline, but I'm not bald yet. So we're still fingers crossed. We're still holding out hope that that does not.
Well, hey, neither. So whenever we get him back on the show, Colton used to make fun of me too for losing my hair so early.
Yeah.
But we've seen pictures of him at this point in basic training when he was going through his army stuff. When his hair was growing back after they shaved it, you can see he's got like the male white pattern baldness starting to appear. Like it's coming for him too. It's starting to recede. I can see it. It's just his is coming like later than it took me. Now, I'm not
Yeah.
going to say anything, but
That
I had my first kid at 20. So that probably had something to do with it accelerating a little quicker.
the kid took away his elixir of youth and just
Well,
sapped his hairline away. But I mean, I don't know. My barber kind of like predicted that my hair would be gone by the time I was 30. So, or at least very prevalently gone by the time I was 30. So I guess we got 4 years to figure that out.
you still got time. Yeah, mine
I mean,
probably
he's a
will
barber, so
mostly
he
be
sees a lot
gone.
of hair. So I don't know. I told him to be
Um,
straight with me. I was like, bro, what's going on with my head, bro? And he was like, a few years, man. You might be down bad. So
the thing
and
I hated. Oh no, go ahead.
I've always said that like I will never. I mean, a couple days, yeah, but like after it's gone, after the hair's gone on the forehead or the hair's a patch on the top of my head, bald.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna let this stuff grow back even a little bit. Like I'm gonna keep it down, 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 down.
I try, man, but it's hard to maintain every day. So I get lazy and let these little weird patches grow back. But
But I mean, you got other stuff to worry about too.
yeah, I mean, typically when it looks like this, if we go out, I'll wear like a hat, until I
Yeah.
shave it. But uh, man, shoot, the thing I hated the last time I let my hair grow out as much as it could, anyways, uh, the barber cut it, and I'm looking at it like falling on the apron and everything, and I'm like, hold up. I was like, is that gray hair in the roots? And they're like, yeah, looks like looks like you got some gray in there. I was like, it's a good thing I'm going bald. Like man. I mean on some
I mean,
people it looks
hey,
okay, like Ethy,
I'm
good
about
old
to say,
Ethan.
Ethan, this man's been growing gray hair since middle school.
Yeah,
And
like
I mean, his hair is pretty much almost fully gray by now. I mean, he
but
has
he's
no
still got like a
kids,
full luscious head of hair.
nothing. No, yeah, he has a
Like
great head of hair.
like me,
It's just gray.
it would be gray and balding. It looks like crap. So I
Yeah.
mean, hey, we're all blessed differently. Like
I've got I've got like one silver hair in the front of my head. And no lie, I would rather my beard goes gray before my head goes gray.
I'm I'm thinking one day I make a great mall Santa just because the red beards are supposed to be really, really white when you get to your old
Yeah,
age.
super white.
So hopefully one of these days down the line, like 40, 60 years from now, whatever, I'll be like this neat little mall Santa.
But I mean, I've seen people with red hair that went like more like salt and pepper kind of
Yeah.
gray. Like wasn't our band instructor, like our band teacher in high school, like wasn't he a redhead, but like it went kind of salt and pepper
Oh, Mac,
gray? Yeah.
I don't know, honestly.
Don't know.
So yeah, those are some fun times too.
Somehow we went from Christmas and Christmas trees to hair and beards, which is still hair. Hair.
That's how we do it.
That's how we do it. That's unheard of. If you made it to this point, hey, shout out to you. Shout out to you.
6 degrees. Like we go from like Christmas, me forgetting about the old tree, to thinking, hey, am I getting old? To I'm losing hair, to look at this beard. That's where most of the hair is.
Yeah, that's just how we get down. This is how we live life over here.
Living large. Sometimes.
Yeah.
No, right now, Christmas is always making me broke. We got too many dang family members, man. Like even my in-laws now, like they just had twins, and then my family's huge, so you got to think about who to buy stuff for. It's a crazy time to be in our household right now.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I've spent not that much on Christmas this year. I mean, close to maybe 200. But it was only for one gift. And it's something that I don't even know is technically considered a Christmas gift. So I haven't even bought anything really for Christmas yet.
I'm pretty sure for the kids alone, it's reached like 700,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know, but I mean, they're getting older, so they get bigger stuff, I guess. Like Jaden
Oh yeah.
is going to be getting a Switch this year, so stuff like
See,
that.
these are the moments I'm glad I don't have kids because then like that's just more people to buy Christmas stuff for. And
Maybe
I'm
that's why I'm
already not
trying
big on
to.
Christmas as it is.
Maybe that's why I'm trying to get a new job every couple years. Just keep trying to make more money.
He's got to keep up with the demands of
Yeah.
having a family and having to provide for and having to be Santa Claus for his family.
I'd say Tiff is more Santa Claus than me. She comes up with all the gift ideas, and then she kind of just tells me what we're buying. So she's
I mean,
I'm
you're
more
just
an
like
elf. I try
you're
to
an elf.
like I work and then I try to help build some of the stuff.
You're the financier elf.
I wouldn't even
And it's
call it
like,
that.
sounds
Tiff will
like,
tell
yo,
you.
this is what I need, big dog. You're like, all right, no problem. We got it. We got you.
I don't even look at the bank account. Tiff manages all the bills. I just go to work and then I come home and yeah, if I want something, I'm like, hey, we got money for this? And she'll be like, yeah. All right, cool.
Dang, dude, my man's a workhorse.
Yeah, I don't even think about money in the account or nothing. Tiff manages all the bills, so I just go to work and come home.
That actually sounds not half bad. I need somebody who, because I mean, sometimes I forget to pay bills.
It
So
happens.
if I had somebody that was just like, it's like, yo, you get this and that paid right now, like, I need that.
Tiff has tried to get me to take some more control, but with the bills she lets me take control of, I just forget about them, and then I get an email saying, "Hey, you forgot to make this payment." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh crap, I did."
so and so is past due the final notice, your shit's about to get cut off. Like then I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get this paid.
Yeah, it's tough out there, man. I'm extremely disorganized too. Like, so Tiff's pretty good. I don't know, she keeps up with calendars and spreadsheets. She knows all that stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, folks, this is what we do at Unheard of. At this point, you're not even listening to topics. You're just listening to us chat. Like,
It's just rambling.
yeah, but this is staying in the show. Like this is what we do. But we will start to close it out here. Because East Coast time is getting late for our boy ABG.
Yeah.
And then I got a pretty big day this weekend. Hopefully, I'll get in another vehicle. Mine's about to break down. And then we got to celebrate Trace since his birthday was last week. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. I'll give my closing thoughts. Guys, if you want to make change, don't fake it. Just go be some real positive change. Don't fake a hate crime. Don't do nothing stupid. Just be yourself and support a cause you believe in.
I definitely believe in that. I definitely believe in, even if something is not happening to you per se, you don't have to pretend that it is to be an advocate for said thing that is happening to other people and that is real for them. So, I mean, with that being said, of course, if you made it this far, I've already said this. If you made it this far in the show, thank you. You guys are the reason that we do this. And yeah, wear a mask.
Yeah.
When's the last time I said that? When's the last time I said that? Wear a mask.
Well, I think people are just living now.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, you folks can find me on the Twitter over at Jerod Evans. Just my sweet little name.
You can find me on Twitter at young without the O. How could I forget that? Young without the O _ ABG on Twitter. And I don't tweet much. I feel like I had a pretty nice sentimental tweet about my mom this week. So shout out to her. And other than that, I'm liking stuff. Maybe a retweet here or there. But you can follow us on social media on Twitter and Instagram at unheard_of_pod, and on Facebook, unheard of. I mean, you know the name. You know who we are. You know what we do. We got links. YouTube people, we got links on Facebook. We are around. We are here. We ain't going nowhere.
That's right. That's right, folks. We're still kicking. We're loving that half of you are basically tuning in to YouTube now. So that's great that, these little improvements are hopefully making you want to tune in on the tube instead of just straight up listening. Hope it's something you look forward to. And we'll keep doing what we do, producing our content. And as always, we love you, we hear you, and we hope you hear us here at Unheard Of. And once again, I'm Jerod.
And I'm Arthur. And this was
Unheard Of.